Ernest Scared Stupid is bizarre. If you've never seen this movie and don't know if it's worth 90 minutes of your life, I'll let you know. In like 6 minutes. And if you're not sure if you have 6 minutes to spare for this video, click the link above. It's a 30-second review of this review you're watching right now. Anyway, let's get to it. If you're not familiar with the comedy stylings of Ernest P. Worrell, he was a popular film and TV character in the 1980s and 90s, played by Jim Varney. His character first popped up in TV ads, but his popularity grew into a TV show and a crapload of movies. Ernest's main shtick was being an oblivious, big-hearted simpleton who always got himself into real pickles. He was kinda like a redneck Mr. Bean, except instead of rarely ever speaking, Ernest never shuts up. Anyway, Ernest Scared Stupid serves up your first what the hell am I watching moment during the opening credits, where you're forced to endure Ernest making a bunch of goofy faces intercut with old horror movie footage. After that, the movie throws us all the way back to the year long ago, in the town of Briarville, Missouri, where we see a little girl get chased down by something scary. You can tell how scary it is by the girl screaming in terror in between smiling at the camera. Yeah, we see you. So the thing that's chasing the girl is a troll, and the townsfolk capture it. They bring the bag troll to Phineas Worrell, an ancestor of Ernest, and bury it and plant an oak tree on the ground above its grave. The troll, whose name is Trantor, places a curse on Phineas, a curse that makes each subsequent generation of Worrells dumber than the last. Does this curse count toward Phineas's existing kids? Or has Old Man River here not started making kids yet? So the movie flashes forward to the present day, in this case 1991, just in time for Halloween, where we meet the eventual byproduct of the troll's generational curse. We also get introduced to a group of kids who are friends with Ernest and hang out with him. So Ernest and the little kids all go hang out in the forest after school. Wait, what? So they just hang out with him? Ernest is like 40. Anyway, Ernest and his pals march into the woods in search of a place to build a treehouse because their other fort thing or whatever was destroyed by a bemulleted bully and his brother. As Ernest and the gang of miners go deeper into the forest, they stumble upon the very same oak tree Trantor the troll was buried under. And wow, would you look at that? Ernest's collection of garbage is somehow already conveniently there. So they start building.
All right, we did it!
As they finish up, Eartha Kitt, playing a deranged hermit/ghostbuster, starts talking up a storm about how the tree is cursed.
A whole world of trees, and you had to pick this one.
While Ernest follows her back to her house to figure out what she's yelling about, the bullies from earlier find the tree and start fucking up its shit real good. To fend off the bullies, the kids fire off a bunch of cat food and pizza. So they launch every kid's favorite food at the bullies to make them go away.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
After the bullies are gone, Ernest returns to the treehouse. He then relays all of this information he got off screen from Eartha Kitt about Trantor the troll.
Trolls like hide under bridges and eat little girls.
Cut it out, dork.
Ernest even tells the kids how to wake the troll, which of course he then proceeds to do.
Yea, I call thee forth, Trantor.
So many useless things had to happen for Ernest to wake the troll. We had to learn about the curse the troll put on Phineas. Ernest had to be born stupid as a result. So stupid, in fact, that when Eartha Kitt explains to Ernest about the troll and the magic words, he would then go to the tree and say the magic words, summoning the troll. Maybe Eartha Kitt could have just kept her mouth shut and not said anything about the troll to Ernest. Now who's the dumb one? Hocus Pocus had a similar plot device, but it was done way better, with an urban legend about a virgin lighting a magic candle. Simple. Witches appear. Ernest Scared Stupid's plot device was weird and convoluted. So the troll wakes up and spends the rest of the movie sneaking around town, stealing children and turning them into wooden dolls, which is genuine nightmare fuel. Don't even get me started about Ernest's freaking dog getting turned into a wooden doll, which makes Ernest start crying. Sorry, spoiler alert. Anyway, the deal is, if Trantor the troll turns enough children into wooden dolls before the end of Halloween and returns them to his lair underneath the oak tree will poop out a bunch of acorn-like things that grow into other trolls when they touch the ground. And Trantor the troll will become way stronger and grow little fleshy ding-dongs all over his face. It's pretty gross. So the whole movie's second act is just Ernest and the kids trying to convince the rest of the town that there's a killer troll on the loose. And obviously they aren't believed until it's almost too late. And instead of actively hunting down the troll, which would have made for a much more fun movie, Ernest spends his time setting traps and trying to convince others that the troll is real. it gets a little boring. You almost think the movie's gonna get it right when, after the troll is on the loose, Ernest enters the scene suited up and ready to go troll hunting. But in the next moment, he's back to regular Ernest. And I'm not really sure why it's so difficult stopping the troll in the first place. I'm pretty sure all you gotta do is throw a net over him. Jim Varney himself is a pretty funny guy, and even though playing Ernest often requires him to crank up the level of obnoxiousness to 11, he does have great comedic abilities. If you have some time to kill, I suggest checking out some of the original Ernest TV commercials on YouTube.
You know, Vern, this must be some kind of a cigarette lighter.
Ernest Scared Stupid is to Hocus Pocus as Gotti is to Goodfellas, but that doesn't mean Ernest Scared Stupid doesn't have a few laughs. Ernest Scared Stupid is one you want to watch if you're curious for what passed as a poorly reviewed, low-budget kids movie back in the 90s. It's worth watching, especially during Halloween. I give this a watchability score of 7. It gets boring in the middle, but it's just weird enough to keep you interested. And the troll's costume and effects are just good enough to be legitimately gross at times. I mean, just look at those floppy hot dogs hanging off his face. Someone spent time making those. Thanks for watching.